In this video, I'd like to just speak briefly about RGB versus cymk file formats for the blow-up lab. Oftentimes people ask us, how should I prepare our files? What do you guys like to have? Do you want it in a cymk format or an RGB format? So just really briefly, and this can be pretty quick, the simple answer is always give us an RGB formatted file. If you do that, it's just going to be much easier. The way to tell is you come image mode, go down here, and we want to have the RGB selected. You can not cymk. Okay. You can also go up in your file itself and the file header and look right after this information here, RGB. That's what we want. The reason is somewhat technical, but if you're in the printing industry and you're taking electronic files and printing them in an offset way with actual inks, and you're printing 25,000 flyers or this type of thing, that type of printing, mass-produced printing industry, they have traditionally always taken things and printed them in a cymk environment. But the way we work, almost all of our files initially that are shot with digital cameras and so forth, or scanners, they're scanned in, they originate in RGB. And the drivers or RIPs that our printers use just prefer an RGB workspace. What they basically do, again, not to get too technical, but they just convert on the fly the RGB file to cymk information right before they print it out. So there's another advantage to doing this, and that is that an RGB file is going to be smaller than a cymk file, just because obviously with a cymk file you have an extra channel of information. So just very quickly, this RGB file, we look down, well, let's just go into image size and just look at the file size. It's 35.6 megabytes in RGB. If I take this and I convert it to cymk and look at it again in image size, now we have a 47.5 megabyte file. So you're giving us a larger file. It takes longer to download and so forth. Plus it's just not going to look quite as good. Frankly, it's not a night and day difference, but we would prefer stuff just to be set up in an RGB format. If you do that, we'll be happy. All right, that's it.